Moving away from the capital chaos to what happened, which could prove to be a big moment for the Hindu Paksha's fight to get back Krishna Janmabhoomi. The Allahabad High Court has dismissed the Muslim Paksha's petition on the Mathura Krishna Janmabhoomi dispute, saying all the 18 cases are maintainable. Now, the Allahabad High Court has actually rejected the plea. The Shahi Eidgah Masjid plea was filed under Order 7, Rule 11 or the 711. That's as it's called. They had challenged the maintainability of the lawsuits filed by the Hindu side or the Hindu Paksh. The High Court has ruled that all 18 suits in this entire aspect are maintainable. The lawsuits were filed by worshippers and petitioners, and they said it's not barred by the Limitation Act or the Places of Worship Act or the Waqf Act or even the Special Possession Act. And the removal of the Shahi Eidgah Mosque from the 13.37 acre complex is what is being demanded, saying it shares it with Katra Keshav Dev Temple in Mathura. And this is an Aurangzeb era mosque that was built after the demolition of the temple. The Hindu Paksh says this land belongs to the deity. And as per the constitution of Bharat, the deity has living rights. Joining us now, Vishnu Shankar Jain and Hari Shankar Jain, not just counsel in certain cases, in petitioners in some. Namaste, Jai Hind, and thank you for your time. Quickly, Vishnu Jain, would like to ask you first up, what do you make of what the court has ordered today?
See, it's a very important verdict which has been delivered by the Honorable Allahabad High Court. The Honorable Allahabad High Court, by way of the present order, has decided 5 issues which had arisen because of the objections raised by Shahi Eidgah Masjid. And those issues were precisely that this suit is barred by Places of Worship Act, Waqf Act, Limitation Act, Specific Relief Act, and the provisions of Order 23, Rule 3A. These were the 5 objections. On these 5 objections, a detailed hearing of around 4 months were held before the Honorable Allahabad High Court, and today the Honorable Allahabad High Court has dismissed the application of Shahi Eidgah Masjid and has held that this suit which has been filed by us discloses cause of action and it is maintainable, and the suit will proceed. The next date of hearing is 12th of August. So the basic argument which we had raised before the Allahabad High Court was precisely that why this suit is not barred by Places of Worship Act, because of 2 reasons. First is that Shahi Eidgah Masjid is a ASI protected monument. So if it's a ASI protected monument as per the provisions of Places of Worship Act by virtue of section 4 subclause 3, the act itself says that this act will not be applicable. Point number 1. Point number 2 is that Places of Worship Act gives the freedom to determine the religious character. In Gyanvyapi's case on 19th of December, the Allahabad High Court has given this finding, and same judgment we had relied upon so far as this issue is concerned. The second aspect was of Waqf Act 1995, and the objection of Shahi Eidgah Masjid was that this matter should not be tried before the Allahabad High Court. It should be sent to the Waqf Tribunal for adjudication. For that, we had submitted that the Supreme Court had delivered its judgment so far as the law point is concerned in a Board of Muslim Waqf in 1979 and in Ramesh Govind Ram's case in 2010. And in both the cases, the Honorable Supreme Court had held that a notification by Waqf is not applicable to non-Muslims. So therefore, the Waqf Act is also not applicable. And so far as the other 3 points are concerned, I think they also did not argue it very seriously, but it was just raised for the sake of raising. But the fact of the matter is, we had dealt with all the submissions. We had given our written compilation, written submissions. Detailed hearing was conducted, and now the way for a trial in this case has been paved by the Honorable Allahabad High Court. I must also tell you that there is a order passed by the Honorable Allahabad High Court so far as the survey is concerned. Yes, that order has already been passed by the Allahabad High Court. The Honorable Supreme Court has stayed the matter, and the precise argument of Shahi Eidgah Masjid before the Supreme Court was that first 711 should be decided, then only any survey exercise must be conducted. So we will be approaching the Honorable Supreme Court and we will be seeking vacation of the stay order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, as well as we will be filing the caveat so far as the present order is concerned.
Right. So you will be approaching the Supreme Court to try and vacate that stay. Thanks for letting us know that. But Hari Shankar Jain ji, out of these 18 suits which now find maintainability in the eyes of the Honorable Allahabad High Court, which is the most critical or important one, where perhaps this whole argument about the Waqf Act or the POW 1991 would have come into play?
Because one of the case, I am myself plaintiff. I am myself petitioner.
Yes.
The question is very simple, that we are seeking a right over the property. the question of title.
Yeah.
The Muslim party want that our case should not be decided, dealt with by evidence. Because if they know the evidence comes, it is proved to the hilt that it was a temple, it is a temple, and they have encroached upon the land of the temple. They will be out. Original Karagar, where Lord Krishna born, they are
Right.
still under their position. So it will be proved by evidence and by a survey. As Vishnu here told you, that the order for survey has already been passed
Correct.
on 15th December last year. And the only thing on which the Supreme Court state that 7 elements is pending. Let us 7 elements be decided. Now it has been decided. Then no other. Second thing, Place of Worship Act, whether it is a monument under the act or
Yeah.
not.
Right.
Question is the religious character of the property.
Yes. Religious character.
Religious character of the property has to be determined.
Determined.
For that, evidence required. We will prove that there are katina of decisions and there is number of artifacts in the building itself, which will prove to Hindu temple all the characteristics of Hindu temple, the signs, symbols, artifacts, everything is there. And our application, we have mentioned all those things.
Right.
That will be seen.
So you are saying there is enough evidence, even physical or visible evidence, to prove your case, but will all these 18 suits be heard simultaneously?
All are
Harishankar?
connected, consolidated under Order 4 to Order 2 4A, and there is provision that if number of suits are filed, they have to be consolidated.
Right.
In Kashi also, all the suits have been consolidated.
Right.
In Ajodhya case also, all the suits are consolidated, and all the parties will have right to meet the evidence,
Okay.
and defendant has right to defend to rebut the evidence. Now the way to prove the case that has been opened. But Muslim party is fearful that as soon as evidence comes, everything will be out. And they do not want it.
So your argument is that the Muslim Paksh is trying to block the presentation of evidence, but they also have the right, Vishnu Shankar Jain, to take the entire maintainability aspect to the Honorable Supreme Court.
See, the High Court has given a very, very detailed judgment, and I think it's a very, very well written judgment. We are also in the process of reading and analyzing it. But the arguments which transpired in the court in these 4 months, I think it was a very, very detailed hearing, and all the aspects were heard, and judgment has been delivered on all the points. So I don't think that there is much scope of interference, but definitely the Shahidgah Masjid has their legal remedies before the Honorable Supreme Court, and if they approach the Honorable Supreme Court, we will also be present there and we will make our submissions. So, so far as the merits are concerned, we have a very strong case, but definitely every party has the right to exercise their legal remedy.
True, but many also say, why rake this up? Because there's a settlement that's been reached already. The 1968 settlement is talked about. What happens on the 12th of August? Vishnu Shankar Jain.
The basic contention we have is this, that this is the land of the deity. The custodian of this land is Lord Krishna, so no one has the right to alienate this land. Point number 2 is, if you see the fact sheet of this case, the Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi Trust was the custodian of this property, and the 12th of October 1968 compromise has not been signed or entered into by Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi Trust.
Right.
So these are the basic points. The Allahabad High Court has given a verdict in 1993 also that this compromise can be challenged before the court. We have challenged this compromise, and when the trial will begin, we will prove our case before the Honorable.
Harishankar ji?
One thing I made,
Ji.
fraud vitiates everything. Fraud vitiates everything. In this case, fraud has been committed
Okay.
by one party of this side and other party. That at that time, there were some politicians interested in the matter. Mr. Dwarka Prasad, Mr. Ayengar, they are all well-known politicians, and they all manipulated everything to do something in favor of Muslims and resulted in the so-called compromise. And if fraud was committed with the society at large, and Supreme Court said that fraud vitiates everything.
Right.
That is null and void. Number two,
Ji.
as you asked, our astha, our belief, the right to worship, that is going on since ages, hundreds, lakhs of years, thousands of years, and that is still there. And we pay homage to the birthplace of Lord Krishna, not only going there, from outside also. We have a right to get the original place of birth of Lord Krishna. That is the case.
True. Harishankar Jain ji and Vishnu Jain, my final question to the two of you, from the perspective of law and the test of legal scrutiny, is this case of Krishna Janmabhoomi compared to Ram Janmabhoomi and Gyanvapi or even the Bhotshala simpler or more complex? Harishankar ji.
We have collected number of materials, a number of cases, and we are going to fight all those cases with respect to numbers. It may be 100, it may be 200, in which after demolishing Hindu temple, mass has been constructed. We will take up each and every case, all over India.
Right.
We have taken up, as you have said, Madhya Pradesh, UP, Adhika Pradesh, Bihar with their number of cases. We are going to take all the cases and a place to get all the temples back. We are not claiming anything of the Muslims. We are
Right.
claiming these are ours. And you entered into the temple, you usurped the premises of temple, therefore you are encroacher. And encroacher has no right to remain. It may be 100 of temples. I
Right.
don't care. But our work is going on. And I, Vishnu ji, and thereafter others, a number of people, the good team, and we'll get it back. And Matrija, Kasi,
Sir.
Mathura, Bhoshala, Tijagadi Masjid, a number of things. There we go.
So your point is that you're only fighting for what you believe belongs to the Hindus and should be returned to them or should be rightfully with them, belong to them. Vishnu Jain, your thoughts on the complexity of this case?
Then to Gyanvapi, then to various other cases, the more you are coming down in history from 1528 to 1670, it becomes easy to prove your case. And in Krishna Janmabhoomi, we have lot of documents to prove our case. So I think the facts of this case are more stronger than Ram Mandir. It's more clinching than Ram Mandir. Here we have the Farman of Aurangzeb, where he has admitted that he has demolished the Krishna temple. In Gyanvapi, we have Farman. The structure itself is saying that it's a precincts of a Hindu temple. So it's our job is becoming easy so far as other cases are concerned.
Right. Vishnu
And
Shankar
definitely we have
ji.
the benefit of the verdict of the Honorable Supreme Court delivered in Ram Mandir.
Ji. So the fight will be fought in the courts now with the maintainability upheld. Vishnu Shankar Jain and Harishankar Jain. Thank you very much. Namaste.